Guys, can I please get a round of applause for the panelists in the past? They've shared a lot of insightful information. And it's very interesting because back in the days when I started, Vlad actually said those exact same words to me. And, passion, persistence, innovation is what was helping me. And I still keep those words to heart. So thank you so much, Vlad. I really appreciate you. What I'm going to be talking about today is how you can actually double your business in 6 months. And this is the strategy that I was able to implement in the past. I have been in various stages before. Let's see, make sure my clicker is working. All right. Here we go. All right. Perhaps I'm going to get the IT over here to fix the little clicker. That's exactly what I'm pressing, the green button. And it's always going back. Well, I can do it without the clicker. In the past, this is the stage that I was able to utilize, and we managed to grow our business by about 4,500% in just 3 years. We were listed on the Inc. 500, Entrepreneur 360. On the following year, again, utilizing the same strategies, we were able to grow by about 256%. Finally, the following year, again, over and over, listed on Entrepreneur 360, Inc. 500, grew by another 147%. And the same strategies have been used, and I've been speaking on the various stages. I shared the stages with Les Brown, Callan Farrell, Kevin Harrington, Sharon Lechter. She published the Think and Grow Rich book for women through the foundation of the Napoleon Hill. And finally, afterwards, I did receive a lot of contracts in the past as well to be able to publish my own book. It's on Amazon. It's Finding the American Dream. And that book became a bestseller on Amazon. It became a bestseller on USA Today as well as the Wall Street. So the formula is actually pretty simple, and it's not that complicated. The formula that worked for me all comes down to 3 numbers. It's 1, 30, and 3. 1, 30, and 3. And with those numbers, as long as you memorize them, it's pretty much possible. So we're going to use a scenario. I know there is a lot of people from different industries over here. We have the ISOs, we have technology companies, we have certain influencers and business owners. And again, it can be replicated, but I'm going to give you a very simple example. Let's say I own a pizzeria. I own the pizzeria in Ohio, and I want to be able to double my business. Oh, thank you so much. As you can see, I can go to Biz Buy Sell, very basic public website. You can go anywhere on Google that you actually, any businesses that be able to showcase you the basic numbers, right? And the first number is very important. You have to make sure that this business does 1 million in gross revenue. Extremely important. This is the requirement number 1. So they have to be able to do 1 million in gross revenue. And as you can see on the slides, I'm going to move it a little bit over here. On the picture, they actually point an exact revenue that they did do. The second number to remember, you need to make sure it does 30% in net income. Has to be in net. This is the money that has to be, so 30%. So in this example, if they do 1 million in gross, 30% is going to be $300,000. Is going to be in net income, or $25,000 a month. And the last number is 3. You have to make sure to be able to negotiate with the business owner that you can buy it 3 times the EBITDA. So in our example, there's going to be 300 in net, so you have to be able to buy this business at $900,000. Okay? So as long as you have all three of those, and a lot of business owners, that is exactly, if you look at the example, that is exactly the asking price, the net sales that you can see it, and the gross sales. Everything is listed out there. Again, it's up to the negotiation. It doesn't have to be pizzeria. It can be any business to begin with. But as long as those numbers, basic prerequisites, the formula should work. So again, I'm running the pizzeria somewhere in Ohio. I want to buy out another pizzeria at the current moment because they're also doing the good numbers. But let's say I don't have any money. And the money that I have is not enough to give them about $900,000. So what do I do now? If you can go to the next slide. I need to solve the problem of funding. And in order to solve this problem, next slide, I need to utilize something that's called a bullet loan, also known as a balloon loan. A lot of banks, a lot of investors, friends, relatives, they can all accommodate and help you guys out with this as well. I'm gonna give you a very simple example. Let's say I'm gonna come to a group of friends, a group of investors. You can pull in the money, you can talk to the bank loan officer, and you can say, look, I have this business I want to buy, and I need $1 million. I need to be able to raise it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this money at 12% interest. It's a guaranteed 12% interest only for the next 3 years. So that becomes to $120,000 per year in interest, or $10,000 a month. I'm going to take this money from you, and I'm going to pay you the whole amount at the end of the 3 years. I'm gonna give you $1 million afterwards, okay? So I'm gonna pay interest. You're gonna make from this deal in 3 years, $360,000. And I'm gonna guarantee this business with the asset I'm buying. I'm buying the business. If I fail to pay you interest at any given moment, feel free to take the pizzeria that I'm buying. Take it away from me. So you actually have an asset. You have an income business that is currently generating about $25,000 a month. You should be able to actually pay that interest. And again, if you fail, you have something, you have a leverage to be able to give it to your investors or to the bank loans. So at 12%, most of the investors, considering that it's guaranteed, they will take the deal, especially for the balloon. And in your case, you just got the funding. You got $1 million from the investors, you got $1 million from the friends, pulled in from the banks, from the loans. Now that this problem is fixed, you take $1 million, you come back to the business owner, and you give him his asking price. If you remember in the past, it was $900,000. He had 30% of net, times 3 times 900. So you still have $100,000 left. There is a final piece that is required. Final piece. And that final piece is, I call it the guru. You need to be able to find a person who will be able to, at the current moment, utilize the economy of scales, utilize the connections, the network, the people that they may know in order to improve 2 of your businesses that you currently have. My original pizzeria that I currently have in Ohio, and the second business, right? Again, I have the employees in both. I'm buying the products and services. I'm buying the ingredients. And I need to be able to find a guru who's the master at pizza, who sleeps, thinks all about pizza. And what I'm gonna do is very simple. I'm gonna utilize the remainder $100,000 from the loan that I did, and I'm gonna use this money as a signing bonus. I'm gonna go on LinkedIn, I'm gonna go through network, I'm gonna go to Monster Career Builder, and I'm gonna say, I am looking for the next pizza guru. The salary is $100,000 to start up right now, if you hire it. And your monthly salary is gonna be $15,000 per month. I think with those numbers, it shouldn't be difficult to receive a lot of resumes, a lot of applications of people who understand it. And once I get a bunch of resumes, I'm gonna interview the people, and I'm gonna be able to compare all of the skills. Who do they know? Have they done it in the past? And the task of this person is gonna be fairly simple. look, you have my people over here, you have people over there, try to cut down expenses, and your job is simple. You have to double it up based on the revenue between utilizing the assets of both businesses. You have to be able to double up the revenue of the second business by 2 in the next 36 months. If you do so, I'm gonna pay you more as an exit. This person, armed with a signing bonus, armed with a salary, armed with already successful plan of net worth, will be able to start combining all of this together. And again, I'm gonna get a lot of ideas through the interview as well and share the other ideas with the other gurus that they actually coming in that I'm gonna hire. And once all the pieces are in place, it's time to execute. Because remember, I still own the loan to the investors and to the bank, $4 million. So once the second business is actually doubled up in the next 36 months, I will be able to obviously assist and help out in the business. It's 36 months, it's a very fast turnaround. You can sell it or you can do it. The income that is coming from the business, 300 net, is equivalent to $25,000 a month. That is income, it's already there. It's been, paperwork has been given to you, financials, etc. $10,000 of that 25K is gonna be used to pay the interest. The remainder $15,000 is gonna be paid towards the salary. So you're not making any money at the current moment, but you're gonna make money on the exit, on a net, when you're selling this business. The person is gonna continue on working for the next 3 years. You're gonna be assisting them. Then when you sell this business, now it's gonna be doing $600,000 in net. And when you're selling it 3 times, you're making an extra $1.8 million. An exact same 3 times EBITDA. Maybe you're lucky, you'll sell it 4, but let's use the real numbers. I would say 3 times, right? And when you sell it, you're gonna take $1 million out of this 1.8, you're gonna pay off your balloon loan from the investors, and you're gonna still be left with $800,000. And because the person, the guru who came in to help you out was amazing, you're gonna give them another $100,000, $200,000 on the exit, if you're so generous. And that's still gonna leave you with $600,000 of profit from all of this you have just put together. When someone else was able to double the business, run the business, utilize their connections, the network, putting it all together, improving your business at the same time by finding better vendors and better pricing because of the name and the reputation. And at the end of the day, you're sitting on clean $600,000. Now, this solution doesn't just have to work in the pizzeria. Like, I know we have a lot of business owners here in the audience as well, but exact same thing, whether you're an ISO and you may think you don't have the money and you're looking to acquire and recruit additional ISOs. You can leverage their residuals, their books at the current moment on the acquisitions, right, in order to borrow against it and raise the money and acquire. I'm gonna give you a very simple example. You're submitting about 30 applications a current month. You know another ISO that is in the same city working with you, right? And you wanna buy them with the exact same numbers at 3 times. You leverage the particular portfolio based on the acquisition, and you can have this person working from you while having their book paying off the interest, while you're still growing your business, your book, leveraging the interest. The key component is still gonna stay. You still need that experienced guru who will help and assist. Hopefully you will know it, this way you'll save a lot of money. But if you don't, bringing an additional asset of this personnel is extremely important, which is why I do find it very important to go to different meetings, different networking events, in order to meet people from various industries who can actually assist you. But at the end of the day, the formula is not crazy, nothing complicated. I remember I've spoke at different stages. I've spoke at TEDx, I've spoke in California, I've spoken in other places. And so far, all the people, even the barbershops that have utilized this formula, it has worked for them as well. I'm still receiving certain emails and messages based on this speaking. Hopefully you will be able to find this formula well. And if you guys are gonna have any additional questions, or you think I've made a particular error and you think they can be done better, by all means, I'm always willing to learn and improve myself. You can find me at the stage as well, so we can discuss it further. Thank you so much for your time.